first year that we got involved with Aveda, and I had mentioned to the people at Aveda that we have a much easier time in our company when we can convince people to give to something that's very close to home.
Puget Sound is a national treasure and it's suffering from toxic pollution. And right now we're losing our 8 species of salmon and trout that swim in our waters, and 10 species of marine mammals are suffering from toxic pollution.
In the 21st century, it's going to be one of the most important political issues in the world. It is right now, even in 2012, and that we're willing to get involved locally in that issue.
Well, the biggest problem facing our region right now is actually polluted stormwater runoff. This is the water that runs off our rooftops, roadways, parking lots. Contains high levels of pollutants like petroleum and heavy metals, and most of this water goes straight into our streams, lakes, and bays. And right now it's the single largest source of toxic pollution in Puget Sound.
I had heard about Puget Soundkeepers, and when you hear Puget Sound and you live in Seattle, you look right out the window and there it is. So I knew that was going to be something we could get people on fire about, and that's proven to be true.
Good morning. Good morning. So we're going to start the 2011 discussion about Earth Month. And to kick it off, we're going to start with Erica from the Puget Soundkeepers. She's going to tell you a little bit about the why of this, and then Christy will come up and tell you a little bit more about the how.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much to Aveda. This is going to be the 4th year of our partnership, and together you guys have raised $114,000 for Soundkeeper and for the health of Puget Sound.
Earth Month starts with a lunch party, and we do it both at the salon at the Institute, and we invite the Puget Soundkeepers to come and tell us. I call that the why.
Our mission is to stop the flow of toxic pollution into Puget Sound. We do this by a dual approach. We reduce pollution by holding polluters to the law, and we encourage cooperation and education through business-oriented partnerships.
We're going to have Christy talk more about how Gary Manuel does Earth Month, how we do our campaign, what makes our campaign different, and what makes you guys an integral part of what makes this powerful.
The how gets designed by a key group of people here that sit down and talk about what some of the past successes have been and what some things that need improvement.
Erica has talked about the why, and those are some really amazing facts to be able to give to your guests, because your guests now are really looking forward to what is Gary Manuel going to be doing again for Earth Month. They know a couple weeks before April is when we're going to really start talking about it. They see the marketing go up, they see the mirror talkers, they see your clipboards out on your stations, and so they know that this is something that's going to be coming.
So the front desk, like, they don't really do the direct ask to the guests, so they wanted to find something that they could do, so they came up with a big sale.
We're going to be doing email blasts to really talk about the cut-a-thon and getting them signed up. And just know that a minimum donation is $25, but just know that they're loving to be able to give more.
Trying to find ways that all the people could get involved, that's how the other events came out. The overall picture is we set up a system of incentives, both guest incentives and team incentives, to get people to give money to us for the Puget Soundkeepers and just write a check or put it on their credit card. You know, we wanted people to start thinking about a gift at about $100, and then the next level is about $250, and then the next level is about $500, and then $1,000, and then $2,500. Because in the world of asking people for money, you don't need very many $2,500 to make a whole lot of money. If you never ask for $25, you're never gonna get $2,500.
Biggest next thing on how to do it is the website. Okay, the website we have now on every computer up at the front desk, and everyone has their iPads.
To make it happen, we have to have it in front of both the designers and the guests all the time. So it starts at the website, on Facebook. You see the idea, then you click through, and you have to be able to give immediately. Mirror talkers when they're in the salon, signs in the bathrooms, signs in the dressing rooms, and then everyone in the salon has a clipboard where we're trying to get just direct contributions so that we're making sure that every guest is asked.
Anita, we've started our Earth Month campaign with Aveda. We are raising money for Puget Soundkeeper Alliance, and this year we've got some really great incentives, from facials, dining out, and free haircuts. And we would really love if you would support us again this year and help us raise money for Puget Soundkeeper Alliance.
Stephen, I'd love to support you again this year.
If you weren't an environmentalist before you were involved with Aveda, you certainly became an environmentalist while you were here. We looked at every part of the company to try to reduce the amount of waste that we were using. And then we looked at everything, light bulbs, paper that we use, moving to reusable cloth towels, the laundry detergent.
We do not use plastic or paper anymore. We have glass coffee cups with our logo on them, no more paper cups.
I can remember when we first started recycling in the salon, we used to have this little recycling bin and this big garbage can. Now we have this huge recycling bin and this little tiny amount of garbage that happens every day.
We have really fun marketing this year. It shows the thermometer as it's going to be going up. The Institute goal, $7,000. The salon goal, $40,000. What do you think? Can we do it?
Well, I think that when you're raising money for something, it's an easy measurement. You know, when you see that thermometer going up, when you see that thing, you feel like you're winning. I tell my people all the time, I love to win. And you know what? They like to win too. You have to get enough people going that it works in concentric circles out. And that builds self-esteem. And that self-esteem builds that sort of morale that you're talking about. And then they help motivate the other people.
I can't tell you how many times I have guests walk up and say, you know, I come to your salon because you do this. You're giving back to the community. You have a long history of that. I keep my eye on it, and I do business with you because of that.
We used to do that a long time ago, even before we were involved with Aveda, just on Earth Month saying we wanted to clean up our neighborhood. We want to make a mark on our neighborhood where we live and work every single day. But it's a way of us doing something that's highly visible within our community. It always amazes me how many people stop us. Number one, to tell us that we are the best looking garbage picker uppers they have ever seen in their lives. That's actually one of my very favorite things to do.
Maybe that first year it's only $3,000 or $4,000, but maybe double what you were doing before. So balance it and grow. Start and have successes. Have successes and it'll grow.
No idea is too small or too big. Get started early and build a good team and get to work, and the enthusiasm will carry the day.
Don't be discouraged that you can't. Just figure out what you can do. You know, take a part of it and dream bigger than you dreamt before. I would say, you know what, no matter what you did before, dream a little bit bigger. And then maybe dream a lot bigger. And ask your people for help. You know, get everyone together and make it fun and interesting. And don't always think what's in it for me. Try to figure out what can we do rather than what's in it for me.